Hey guys, Yasir Khan here, coming to you with another video. And in this video we will be talking about what exactly financial freedom is and why is it so elusive if you try to attain it. In other words, why is it so difficult to achieve? Well, the first thing to understand is that a lot of people confuse financial freedom with people who are really rich and what what the general audience sees in a movie. Okay, financial freedom is not having like 3 Lamborghinis parked in your garage. That's not what financial freedom is. That's extravagance, and it's just distasteful. Right? Financial freedom is just about having enough passive income coming in to make sure that you don't have to work 9 to 5 if you don't want to. Okay? So that brings me to another point. There are two kinds of people in the world. The first, and this is a very small group by the way, these are people who are financially free. Okay? They have enough assets and income where they don't have to work, and they don't look it. So they look middle class, they look like regular people, but they don't have to work if they don't want to. Secondly, you would think that these other people are really wealthy because they drive these fancy cars, BMWs, Lamborghinis, Aston Martins, you name it, right? But the problem is that they don't know much about financial education. They're not financially educated, and the cars to them are liabilities. Okay? They just look rich. They're not. Okay? And I think a lot of people confuse the two, and that's why it's just very difficult to understand what financial freedom is. So if we look at the idea of wealth, there is no limit to the amount of wealth that you can attain, right? If you have a net worth of $10 million, you can still have $20 million. Once you get there, you want to have $100 million, $200 million, $1 billion, right? It's a never-ending cycle, and this is why many billionaires are very insecure people. Okay, they're very insecure because they are fearful that their wealth will be taken away or they'll lose a lot of money, all of that stuff, because they're sitting on a lot of money. This is not how financial freedom works at all. Okay? Financial freedom is simply about having a modest lifestyle, okay, and just having enough passive income coming in every single month to make sure that you can support your lifestyle and you can support your family. Okay, we're not talking about crazy McMansions or these really super cars, nothing like that. So let me give you an example. Let's assume that in order for me to support myself and my family, I need at least $4,000 a month. I will become financially free when I have investments which send me $4,001 in passive income every single month. Now, it doesn't really matter how the income comes to me. It could be rental real estate, it could be online businesses, it could be dividend stocks, it could be royalties from a book that I wrote. It could be anything, guys. Okay, as long as I'm not exchanging my time for money, and I'm not working 9 to 5, and I'm not selling an asset like a house or a stock to make a little bit of income, then that income is called passive income. Okay? All the truly wealthy people have passive income. All of them. Okay? By definition, if someone is truly rich, they don't need to work 9 to 5, because that just doesn't make sense. In fact, the number one rule of people who are rich is that you should not be working for money, and you should not be exchanging time for money, because time does not come back, but money, you can recover millions of dollars if you do things right. Okay? So I hope I was able to give you a good idea about like financial freedom. Now, how do you achieve it? Well, you achieve it by taking small steps towards your goal. If your goal is to get there finally in 5 or 7 years, then you start today. You learn how things work, you learn how to invest like the rich, and saving is not investing. Okay, saving is not investing at all. Anyone can save, but investing successfully takes more skill. All right, you are only an investor when you get income coming in from your investments. You are not an investor when you put money into a bank account. That's not what it is. Okay, so another part of becoming financially free is that you take a part of your income and you put it in the bank for a little while. Okay, not to save it, but to buy other assets with it. Buy other assets, create other assets, acquire other assets. Okay, for example, if you know enough about real estate, or even if you don't, you can learn about it, but let's assume in this example that you know about real estate in your area. You save up a little bit of money, or you borrow from the bank. It's called a mortgage. So you put 20% down or 10% down, you borrow the rest from the bank, and you buy a property, and then you just rent it out. That's how simple it is. In theory, it's going to take a little more work to actually get the property, but that's how it works. And now let's assume that after paying off the expenses, the monthly expenses of the property that you just bought, the tenant sitting in the property, whatever he's paying you, results in a $200 income for you every single month. Well, in a year, that is going to be $2,400, and over time it's going to increase because you will increase the rent. In other words, you have created an asset which is providing for your lifestyle, right? This is totally different from having a 9-to-5 job. If you do this enough times, you will have enough income coming in to warrant that you leave your job if you don't like it. Because see, here's the thing, most of us we have a 9-to-5 not because we love doing that job. In fact, research suggests that only 11 to 13% of people actually somewhat like their jobs. Okay, most of them are doing it for the money. Okay, so you can get rid of your job once you reach a position where you don't need to work for it, right? And that's where the magic happens. I mean, once you are out of the 9-to-5 grind, then you can do whatever you want with your life. Okay, it is going to be a simple process. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, I get emails from people saying, okay, how do I get started? Well, you get started by first understanding what it takes to buy assets or to create assets, right? And then you slowly make progress, at least the first couple of months, and then you scale everything up once you get the hang of it. Okay, now depending on your personal financial situation, you could become financially free in the next 3 months if you already have the money lined up for it, or it might take you 5 to 10 years, and that's fine. Even if it takes you 10 years, this goal is worth having because it will dramatically change your life. Okay, most people, especially in today's economy, they work. I know people who are working and they're 85 years old. They're still working 9-to-5. 85-year-old people. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that life, right? So it takes effort, yes, but the reward is well worth it. So please start today, okay? And I have a gift for you. At the bottom of this video, there's a link. You can click on it and join me in my free course. It's a free email course where I show you what I did to create financial freedom in my life and what you can do in order to do the same. Okay? Thank you, and I will see you in another video in a couple of days. Thanks, bye.